It's a sibling with a D.
The yellow leather, me, may, my, mo, moo. All
And we're
right, we
ready.
going? Good morning. All
Yes, we're going. Good
righty.
morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Um, hey, I'm just gonna throw this one
We
out
are
there because it just passed this last Friday.
okay.
The second
Okay.
Friday in January is apparently known as, I didn't know this till I heard it just recently. It's known as Quitters Friday. It's when
I
people
did
pretty
see
much
something about
abandon
quitters.
they
Okay.
abandon
Their
their New
resolutions.
Year's resolutions. Yep. So
That's great. That's
yeah,
fun.
I have not
I
abandoned
did
mine,
not.
by the
I have
way.
nor have I. Nor have I.
Still eating my ranch dressing and hating on Oprah. So going strong there.
I am still not eating sugar and sugar
Hmm.
things. And I will say, so this is probably maybe the fourth or fifth year I've done this, and each year I feel like it gets easier. But I've also like eat less sugar in general. So giving up
Right.
something that you don't eat that often, other than, shoveling shit in my face all Christmas season, I feel like that's a trend I should probably get off. But it's not as difficult. Really focusing on the fiber, which I get it my body doesn't want to eat as much at a time because you get full faster. But then like 2 hours, it's like Chinese food, right? And then 2 hours later, you're starving again. So it's just the way my body's reacting to that. And I don't know. My
That's
joints
how I
definitely better.
that's how I am with cereal. I don't eat cereal for breakfast very often. If I do, it's like a breakfast gravel, granola, hardcore
Yeah.
type of thing. But that's how I feel with cereal. Like if I eat a bowl of like Cheerios, I'm starving in like an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's weird. So I don't do cereal very often, but um yeah,
I
everybody
do
it's
love
either
a good
protein,
I
fiber,
do love a
no
I love a
sugar.
good protein breakfast bar, if you know what I'm saying.
Granola dips
Fucking
brand.
love them. This is Rice Krispie treats with peanut butter on it. I.e. breakfast cereal breakfast protein bar, and you just got to
That
be
kills me.
homemade. That's when I
We
put the
still have
call
a
out to
bunch
the
of
kids. I got breakfast bars at home, protein breakfast bars in the fridge. Come
we
on
still have
over.
a bunch of leftover crap from at work. Like somebody brought us like a full on Costco sized bag of fun, it looks like Halloween candy. I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
And a
sure.
big thing of
$12.
homemade peanut brittle and it's okay. So here's my my logic with that. Like there was a box of just like Russell Stover, chocolates, random
Yeah,
assorted chocolates, and it was still sitting there. And I'm like, how much is left in here? I open it up. There's 2 chocolate covered almonds left. I'm like, okay, well we got to get this box out of here. It's taking
yeah.
up room. So I'm going to
Just
eat
throw
these
them
chocolate
away.
covered almonds so we
Yeah.
can get the box out of here. It's like, that's my logic. So I told them, I said, you need to hide this. Just hide it so I don't eat it. Because every time I
Just
walk
take it
by it,
home.
I want an almond joy. I want a Twix. I want, whatever.
I'm
So
weak.
I'm not doing well, but that's my weakness is the candy, you
I
know.
love it
And
so
if I don't
much.
have it around, if it's out of sight, I'm fine. But when it's right there,
I
oy.
will I will say that I have negotiated in my own brain that
This is going to be good.
I'm
Okay.
only allowed to eat the really bad thing, right? Not in January. Though when we get to February and I start shoveling again, it
Mm,
has to be worth it. So when we
right.
have leftover Panera, it's not worth it. That shit is garbage. Sorry, Panera. It's not good. So we don't. So if somebody brings donuts, it's got to be from one specific donut store. If it's not from that
Right.
specific donut store, I'm not eating it. The bagels
It's
have
not
to
worth
come
it.
from Bagel Mania. So these are the negotiations I make in my mind that help me not
I'm
eat
totally
as
with you on
much.
that. Totally
Yeah,
with you.
it
If you're
can't.
gonna blow the calories, it better be like really
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Where
Yeah, I
C's
hear you.
candy is now, it's like all of the like, it's not as good anymore. So it's got to be
Mm-mm.
good candy. So
And I was never a big Godiva fan. I never saw the big attraction to Godiva.
it's pretty
My
good
mom
chocolate though.
loves Ethel M. That's her favorite.
Okay. FLM's good
Um,
chocolate.
but I don't know. I don't. I like the trash chocolate. I like a milk chocolate, a coconut cream. I don't like the, oh, you only need a little bite because it's this really yummy
No,
truffle dark chocolate. I don't
no, I
like.
want
I
a
don't even like
pound of
that.
it. I want a
I don't
pound
like
of it.
that. I want
I
milk
just want it to
chocolate.
taste good.
I
Oh, and
want goo in
like
it.
Reese's peanut butter cups are
Caramel.
now not good anymore. They're just
Mm-mm,
not good anymore. But
they're
boy,
not.
you give me a Trader Joe's chocolate cup, peanut butter cup. Oh, those are so good. I'll
Yeah,
eat the whole
those are like
container.
crack to a lot of people. So
Yeah, they're good. They're
yeah.
good. So yes, so that's what we're doing.
All right, let's
So
get rolling. What are you
yeah.
sharing with me today?
Oh, so my little Sharsie, and we're gonna leave out some details to protect some of the innocent. So bear with the
Uh-oh.
bear with it. So there was an unfortunate situation that happened, and somebody who I was having a conversation with about this situation had decided without really with very little information what had happened. They got one little piece of gossip and they decided this is how it went down. And I
Wait, is this
offered.
something that happened? Wait, hold on. Is this something that happened in the news or something that happened to
It was a
someone
person.
you
It's
know?
very personal,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and so
So
that's why
we're
we're gonna.
leaving out to
Yes,
protect the innocent and
yes,
not so innocent. Okay.
correct. Not that this person would see this, but just in case. Decided exactly how everything went down, with very little information whatsoever. And
Ooh.
I offered an alternative scenario. I didn't say you're wrong. I said, well, maybe this is how it went
Mm-hmm.
down. And that person did not like that at all and said, I didn't call you to argue with you, and hung up on me.
Oh, well, Happy New Year to you too,
Yeah. I said,
asshole.
okay, that's fine. That's it. That's all. So let's it's okay to have different opinions, but let's be open to other scenarios that are far more reasonable and logical and likely than
I,
the scenario you have decided is the one.
that gets into a dangerous area. I can't tell you how many times in my mind I've said to myself, don't repeat this information because it will not end well for whoever is involved. And I struggle with that because you want to tell somebody. It's like, I got to tell somebody. And then it's either incorrect or it blows up. And it's like, oh shit, why can't I listen to the voices in my head and do what they tell me to do? No. So yeah, that's dangerous. That's a
So,
dangerous
let's
game.
we know the only people that know what really happened in the situation are the people that were actually involved in
Right.
it. And even they are going to have some internal biases that are
Right.
inherent. That's just the way life is. But if we just have some grace and some humanity and just
Mm,
have
yeah.
conversations, it's okay to disagree with people.
Right. We
That's
can agree to
fine.
disagree. That's what
For
this whole world
sure.
is. Yep. And
Yes. One big disagree.
boy, well,
Yeah, that was fun. I laughed.
I've, I've got to, well, as long as you can like be a bystander and not really be fully in the situation, it's okay. But
It's
once you get
fine.
dragged in, it's like, oh God,
I
now I have to
sometimes
make
feel myself
apologies to
getting
people.
I feel like I'm getting sucked in sometimes to like a TikTok or an Instagram, and I'm like, what are you doing? That you don't know
Yeah.
this? Stop. Put the phone down. Go for a walk.
I got
Touch
no dog in
grass.
this fight.
It doesn't matter.
I've got a few things rolling around in my
Ooh,
pretty little head.
okay. A few.
So, you mentioned Trader Joe's peanut butter cups, and that reminded me. So I see the whole Trader Joe's cashier thing. They're really leaning into it on social media.
That's
They're
great.
really making fun of it, and like, and I'm not kidding. Every time I go there, yes, there has to be a conversation. The last time I went, the people in front of me were talking about the Danish butter cookies, and I was like, "Those are gross." And the cashier just looked at me like, "You don't like
Like we
them?"
didn't invite.
No, I
Like
don't.
it's not, oh, it's
We
not
didn't
your turn
invite
to
you
talk,
into this
lady.
conversation. So my bad for but I've noticed that the produce guys at my local supermarket are now starting to behave like the Trader Joe's cashiers.
Okay.
Like I'm just cruising, I'm hugging the rail along the produce, picking out what I want. And, I have to go around the guy because he's restocking the lettuce or
Second, yeah.
whatever. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? How's your day going? I'm like, you know what? Just a hi, how are you is fine.
A
Fine, how are
nod.
you doing? God forbid you have a question. You're there for 10 minutes. And I made the mistake. I like the little sweet peppers, but I want the
Mm-hmm.
seedless ones. I don't always
Okay.
have the seedless ones. And so I'm looking and he's like, oh, can I help you find something? I said, I'm looking for the sweet, the
Yeah,
seedless
that too.
mini peppers, the sleeveless and the Swedish and the seedless mini peppers. And he's like, oh, like he didn't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And I spotted him. I'm like, oh, there they are. Thank you. He's like,
Hi.
oh, I should try those. I didn't even know we had those. And I'm like, yeah, bye. Gotta go. I don't want to be here for 20 minutes. So yeah, so I think a lot of other people in like a customer service position they're grabbing hold of the whole Trader Joe's model and running with it. Also, I think pretzel buns need to go.
I don't.
I love a pretzel. I love
I'm
a
down with
soft
the pretzel
pretzel.
bun.
I love a hard pretzel, but a pretzel bun?
A pretzel bun with a ham sandwich. Ooh,
No, I
ooh,
need a
ooh.
soft bun. I don't want a pretzel bun. They're
You
they're
gotta put
hard.
this. You gotta put the pretzel bun in the microwave for like
Mm,
12 seconds, and then
no,
it's super. Oh,
nope, not doing
you
it.
don't have to. I am. I
Okay.
love a
You can
pretzel
have them
bun.
all. You can have them all.
Perfect.
I
I'll
love
take
it.
them all.
Like I said, I
And
love a soft pretzel. Like my little bakery coffee shop where I take the dog in the morning, they usually have soft pretzels. If they have a day old option, I'm like, oh yeah, give me the day olds for like $1. But no, not doing the pretzel bun anymore. I think
well, in February.
we've outlived our pretzel bun reign here.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm okay with it.
also
Yeah.
so according to Gen Z,
Okay.
there is a new Karen for the
Oh yeah,
millennials.
I saw this.
Yeah, it's not Karen
Mm-mm.
anymore,
Nope.
which makes me happy. It's now Jessica
Yes.
because everybody's got a
Jessica.
Jessica in their life. I sure as hell have one
Jessica.
at work. Yep, Jessica.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is the new Karen,
Perfect.
per Gen Z.
Thank you.
And I have one more that I just came across last night.
Oh
I
wow.
went to
Jeez, you've
our
been
little.
busy.
I know, right? I told you I got a lot of thoughts rolling around in my little head. We went to our little taco shop for dinner, and it's next door to a Total Wine. So, of course, we had to take a little spin through there,
Sure.
as you do, to, have what we need for the weekend. And I was just kind of browsing through the whiskeys, and there's a brand called Scatterbrain, and it's
Mm-hmm.
they kind of came in after, I think it was Screwball was
Screwball,
the
yeah.
one that started the peanut butter whiskey.
Yep.
So Scatterbrain took that and just kind of went in a whole direction. They have a cherry vanilla, they have a chocolate chip
Too
cookie
many.
dough, they have a
Yeah.
birthday cake flavor. I like the banana chocolate whiskey. I know it sounds gross, but every once in a while I like to just have a little sip. They have a new flavor. And this is another one that kind of needs to start going away. Dill pickle flavored whiskey.
Yeah, there's a lot of pickles. I feel like it's
Okay.
kind of on the down
I know I
dill
love
pickle flavor. I feel
I
like
love
it's
pickle.
peaked, but I love
Like
pickles.
I like the dill pickle Lay's potato chips. I like an actual pickle. I like dill pickle, but not in a whiskey. That's gross. That's
Well,
just like, are you just doing it because you can?
Well, it used to be a whole. Used to be. I forget what it was called, but it was like a Jameson shot with a pickle juice back. Like that was a handful of years ago. Like that was like a
Yeah.
trend of some sort. I never tried it because I don't want to ruin my whiskey by putting
Right.
anything in it, so I don't. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But hey, speaking of pickles, just shout out to the Pickle Dude. Follow him online, the Pickle Dude. I think it's just at the Pickle Dude. Is a little small independent business out of. I think he's also on. Sorry, fucking ADD brain today. He's also got an Amazon shop. His pickles are probably the best pickles I've had
Really?
Like they're a little expensive, but they are.
I think
I
I've
mean, it's
seen
not.
those coming through.
He's Yeah,
People
so
ordering
he's
that stuff.
based
Yeah.
out of he's based out of Redondo Beach, and he
Mm-hmm.
goes to a handful of the little like farmers markets in the
Ooh.
area. He hasn't creeped into Orange County yet, which I wish. I mean,
Yeah.
selfishly I would, but man, those pickles are so good.
Oh, yeah. See, I do love, it's funny when you go to a restaurant, like especially like a diner or someplace for lunch, and they put sliced pickles or like a pickle spear on the plate.
Mm,
First thing you
mm.
do is take a bite of that pickle.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't care what else is on the plate. We're taking a bite of that pickle.
There's
So
also the
I do
the
love a pickle.
original LA Farmers Market. It's Kalen and Kalen pickles, and you can
Mm-hmm.
do a pickle flight, so that you can for like $5 or whatever. They give you little tastes of some of their pickles, and then if you buy a bottle of their pickles, they give you a credit for basically almost the
Right.
whole cost of the flight for towards the Their pickles are also very good. Oh, now I
Now,
want
I did
pickles.
make my own homemade. So here's what happened. I was getting there's just this one muscle in my leg that I massage it, I stretch it, but it has a tendency to cramp up sometimes. And
Shit, your
it's
pickle
it's
juice.
it's like my hamstring. Is it the hamstring is your inner thigh or is that the back of the thigh? I can't
Your
remember. Well,
inner
it's
your inner is your groin. The back of the
okay.
thigh is your hamstring.
So it's that muscle that goes from your groin to your knee on
Yep.
your inner thigh.
Yep.
So, like, I'll roll over and I'll just barely move and I can just feel it start to cramp up. And I'm like, oh God, this is going to be really painful because it's one of those muscles that you can't really get in a position to stretch it
Right.
and make the pain go away without it cramping up even worse. So,
Right.
there's been nights where, like, I'm screaming and Tom thinks I'm having a night terror. He's like, wake
You're
up.
like,
I'm
no,
like, I'm
dude, just a
awake. I'm
cramp.
awake. I just a cramp. So I would go in the fridge and just chug the out of the bottle of the pickled chips,
Yeah.
the sliced pickles that we have. And then I'd just add more water to it. Well,
That's not how it works.
come time to make a burger,
You're like, ew, these are
he's like,
these
"What is
aren't
wrong
very
with these
good.
pickles?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
um,
my bad.
yeah." So anyway, he's got his own jar of pickles, and I've got my own jar of just pickle juice. Now, so I just made my own pickle juice. I probably could have used less salt because it came out really, really salty. But anyway, I keep that in the fridge so that if I'm having a particularly crampy, period, uh, that sounded really bad.
It
Not
did, but that's
not a
not what we're
period,
referring to. But
a muscle crampy episode, like it'll be a couple nights in a row where I'll be like, oh, okay, I really got to work on this muscle.
do you take extra
Um,
magnesium when that happens?
no, I just try to just, massage it and drink more water. That's
Yeah.
also like usually a sign of leg cramps is you're not drinking enough water. And
Yeah.
so I keep that next to the bed so that I could just take a shot or two when
When it's time.
yeah, and it works instantly. I
Yeah.
can't believe how like it's like magic. And there's a few delis here in town that have free pickle juice shots when you go in.
Nice.
So that's
Perfect.
kind of fun. But anyway, um, got kind of off on a tangent there,
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
yeah.
It's what happens. It's what
All
happens.
right. So today's topic, we've kind of maybe touched on it a little bit in some of our other episodes, but we're going to get into fashion, makeup, hair, all of that fun stuff from
The trends of our
the
times.
trends of our time. And I have to show you, I've got this jacket behind me. Now, I didn't own this during the era, but it is of the era. It's vintage 80s. It's an acid wash jean jacket with leather fringe.
That is wild.
Is that great?
That
So
is.
we went to a
I feel like the
there's a
fringe could be a little longer.
it is on the back. This is the front.
Oh,
So on
gotcha.
the back, it's got like a V on the back and it's longer. So very Bon Jovi. And so there's a restaurant here in town that was having like its whatever anniversary, 30th anniversary, something like that. And so they did a whole weekend of come on in. It was like, I think they did a roll back the prices type of thing.
Oh, fun.
And each night was a different theme. So we went on 80s night. So
Of
I wore
course.
this Tom wore his leather bomber jacket. There was
Nice.
a lot of neon, a lot of,
Yeah, a lot of
Madonna
yeah.
stuff kind
Mhm.
of like that. We walked in and I'm like, we're rocking this. So that's fun. I love an 80s themed party because you can
'Cause
really,
it's my
there
life.
was a lot of like Miami Vice looking suits
Yeah.
and fun stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
all
they
right. So
did
why
that.
don't you,
The most recent outdoor NHL game, they do the Winter Classic, which is outdoor at a baseball or football stadium, was in Miami, and it was Florida versus the Rangers, and they were all in fashion of sorts of Miami Vice. So
Miami Vice?
there's a lot of
Yeah.
um yeah, and then they all like came driving in like old like speedster cars,
Okay.
like a Porsche and a Corvette
Uh-huh.
and a yeah, it was very fun.
How fun.
Yeah.
All right. So,
So
um, you get us
I was
started.
okay, so I was let's I'm gonna start with hair.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with the two that I had in my life. I fully rocked the Dorothy Hamill as a as a young
So did
girl.
I. Second grade.
Full
Yep.
Dorothy Hamill. Yeah, I was about second or third grade. And what's really funny about that is when you look at like, so my son had kind of like the long Sean Cassidy hair when he was about the same age, maybe a little older. And so if you put those two pictures side by side of him and I, it's like, wait, who is who? Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's awful. So yeah, that is the look that make that if I wanted to know what I looked like as a little boy, I could just look at that picture, and if my
Mm-hmm.
son wanted to know what he'd look like as a little
As a
girl, there we
girl, there you
go.
go.
It's pretty frightening. And then also about I'm gonna say it was probably like maybe eighth, ninth grade. I had the full Farrah Fawcett, but my
Mm.
hair didn't really like feather because it was a little bit thicker. So it just would kind of like curl and frizz. So it never
Mm-hmm.
really looked very, it was an attempt at Farrah Fawcett, but it didn't really look Farrah Fawcett-y. But
Did
those
you
were
have
the
a
two.
perm?
I did have a perm. Yes, I
Okay.
did have a perm. And also
Like
for
when we
the
were in high
full,
school or
probably I
before that? Yeah.
my hair would get super like I could do the full New Jersey like
Mm-hmm.
because my hair has got its own natural wave. If I just blow dry it on a diffuser, poof, like it
Yeah.
goes so big. Yeah, those were the as soon as you said trends, those were the first two things that
Yep.
immediately came to my mind that I rocked pretty hard. Yeah.
Um, I had stick straight 70s hair as a child.
Yeah,
And
I did not.
then, it was always a mess. I wasn't real big at brushing my hair. And so my mom um, took me to get my hair cut and got the Dorothy Hamill do. And I don't
Yeah.
remember, I'm sure it was her idea. And I'm sure I agreed to it. I mean, what did I care? And we came home and my dad was not happy. He was upset that she had cut off all my hair. Like, but he basically, you cut off all her hair. Like, she didn't do it. The hair
Right.
stylist did it. But
But
I,
she
I
allowed it.
remember, yeah, I remember liking it. I mean, it wasn't like I didn't like it, but that was the only time I ever had short hair like that. And when I was in, I want to say like sixth grade, I went to get my hair done. I wanted the Farrah Fawcett. So cut it all layered, all feathered back. And I went to school and people were like, I'm walking from the car and they're like, who is that? So, because I always had that stick straight hair. Um, so after that, shortly after that, I hit puberty. And that's when my hair just went crazy. And still to
Poofed.
this day, it's, I have to kind of like calm it down because it's very curly. And if I, like you said, if I do it with a diffuser and some product, we've seen it, we've seen it.
Little
So,
humidity in the air.
yep.
Oof.
So
Yeah.
since then, I've had the same hair pretty much since then.
Yeah.
I think I
I
did
think
have kind of when we were freshmen in high school, I think I kind of had sort of like the Valley Girl do for a little bit.
yeah.
Um, but that was it. Yeah. My hair's
I
been the
did
same
the
ever since.
the standard after you have a baby in your late 20s, early 30s, and you just can't deal with it, chop your hair off. I did that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I've had the same basic haircut now since after that.
Yeah. Now, did you ever have a crimper? A
I
crimping iron?
I don't think I had an actual crimping iron, but like the little girl down the street did, so we would like hang out and do it. I liked to braid my hair and then unbraid it instead
Mm-hmm.
of an actual crimping iron because of the natural. I just liked it better. Plus, I think my sister would she liked to practice French braiding and braiding on me before
Right.
she do it on her friends. So I did it that way. Occasionally use the crimp iron, but yes, crimp iron was on my list of things also that
Mm-hmm.
we did a lot of crimp irons.
Yeah,
It feels very Madonna.
I still use hot rollers. That's kind of how I get the soft, soften it up a little bit,
Yeah.
but still have some
I uh
curl.
I never did the Rachel, which was also
Mm-mm.
very popular through our lives. And I
Yeah.
mean, my hair kind of in a layered had a little bit of a Rachel look, but because I don't know, you look at a haircut and you're like, "Oh, I want that haircut." And you're like, "But your face isn't shaped the same
Right.
way and your hair texture and it's not the same." So it's like
Right.
you can't.
So
You got to try and find.
you can't force your hair to be something it's not,
It's
it's
not.
like,
Yeah.
and if it looks great when you walk out of the salon, but then you
I
get home
can't
and
do.
you're like,
Yeah.
this is way too much work. I can't do this every morning.
Can't do
I
it.
mean, I'm
I can't
lucky
do
that
it.
I even put on mascara when I leave the house. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I do have like a lot over the years. I've had a lot of kind of the trendy hair
Products.
appliances,
Yeah.
and it's just it's kind of like exercise equipment to me. You buy it thinking, "Oh, this is great," and it's like I'm like, I
It's
don't
not.
use it.
It's
So just
not.
get rid of it. I don't use it.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
anytime I see something where like I want my hair to do whatever it is, I ask my the lady who cuts my hair, Nicole, shout out Nicole. I always ask her like, "Hey, can my hair do like how hard is it for me to do this with my hair?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, you don't have enough time." I'm like, she's like,
Hmm.
"You'll never do it." Like, so she tells me
Yeah, that's
it's
all I
gonna
need to
be
know.
it's more involved, it's less like if it's something pretty easy, she'll tell me like how to do it and we're good. But if it's too
Yeah.
involved, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, not happening.
Nope.
Not happening.
Nope. If it can't fit in a chip clip, it's not happening.
I saw something on it must have been on social media about, those claw clips, because I wear the claw clip
Yeah.
a lot.
Yep.
And it was about wearing those when you're driving. And it was x-rays of claw clips embedded in the back of women's heads after being in an
From
accident.
the
I'm like,
accident.
oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah. I just have little
Um,
ones, and I'm trying to think. Mine might be a little high. I don't know, but yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like they'd also they're plastic. They'd break pretty easy before they embed
Yeah.
into your head. But I don't know.
Like
I don't want to find
mine,
out.
the cheap ones, I mean, I like it'll fling out of my hands and it's broken in four
Yeah.
pieces before it even hits the ground.
Yeah. Same.
So yeah, perms were real big, the big poofy
Yep.
bangs, the big teased up bangs, the 80s I'm losing my train of thought. The 80s hair bands all kind of had the same
Uh-huh.
look,
Yeah.
the big
Yep.
poofy girl hair. And we have to mention the mullet.
I was just gonna say we can't leave out the mullet for the
We
boys.
can't leave out the
just
mullet.
can't.
And the girls
The-
too,
They're yeah.
also known as the
yeah.
fee mullet.
Yep. There is the Minnesota high school like hockey. They're the best. Oh, they're so funny. There's a whole like it's the Minnesota High School Hockey League, and so they have this whole thing where the kids and it's just so funny. They skate like as they skate right towards the camera, and they do like a thing, and they'll do a like a love or a
Just
kiss
stop.
or a wink or whatever, and the hair on some of them it's now a whole thing. Like it started off
Yeah.
as not a whole thing and now it's a whole part of the production. Man, it is so funny. Every year when the playoffs come, I love to just go to the YouTube and watch that because it makes me just giggle. It's so fun.
Wasn't there a I know there's mustache march. Wasn't there like a mullet march like during the month of March?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I thought
Guys
mustache was Movember.
Movember.
Yeah.
Maybe it's mullet march where you'd grow your hair out and then cut it into a mullet before you, cut it,
Maybe.
cut
I
it,
think it's
cut it all
yeah,
off, something like that.
it's fantastic.
Um, yeah. So yeah, a lot of interesting hair. I was watching the women's figure skating, and the one girl with the halo haircut. She's got dark hair, but then like a blonde, almost like a halo
Oh god.
of
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's
That looks like too
yeah,
much work.
yeah.
I
So
will say that I think my mother has had the same haircut for my entire life.
mine too.
Some sort of bouffon,
uh,
slightly different levels of boofness, but
and old lady Edgar.
my mother has never had hair longer than her ears
Yeah,
since I've
my
known her.
mom's, um, yeah, my mom's always had short hair, and
Yeah.
same thing. She's got kind of curly, frizzy hair, so
Yeah.
it was hard for her to style it. So she would sleep in those hard plastic rollers,
Rollers, yeah. Yeah,
and
with a
yeah,
scarf over it. Yep.
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 But yeah, she's had the same hair for a long time. Um, okay, so
Should we
let's
slide
move
into the
on
makeup
to
trends?
makeup. Yeah. See, now I don't have blue eyes, so I could never rock the blue eyeshadow or the blue eyeliner. I remember in high school, the real bright colored eyeliners were popular, but I could never
As I
rock those.
as I sat and watched the most amazing sunset last night, it reminded me that there was a trend at some point, I want to say like maybe sophomore or junior year in high school, where you would do your eye makeup like a sunset. So like darker on the bottom, then got a little lighter and brighter pink up
Hmm.
on the top. It's I feel like I want to go dig through some pictures to see if I have something where it's very clear and vivid, because that was an awful look.
Uh-huh.
And then there was also the like bright blue. That was
Hmm.
like when you first started wearing makeup, like in seventh or eighth grade. Blue eyeshadow, pink blush,
Hmm.
looked awful. Yeah,
It's like
that
when you
was
look at
fun.
old family photos from like the 70s, and the women,
Yeah,
like they're like from the top of their lash lid to the
yeah.
top of the eyebrow, bottom of the eyebrow, was just this frosted, powdery, shimmery blue. The
Hmm.
powder baby blue was
Yep.
so popular. See, now I never wore a lot of makeup because my mom didn't wear makeup. She wore like lipstick and that was it. And I didn't have a sister. And so I didn't wear makeup because I didn't have anybody to show me how to put on makeup. I mean, to this day, I just don't wear a lot of makeup. Um, but I just remember there was a handful of girls in high school that it was like, wow, how long does
Yeah.
that take to put that on?
Too
And they'd be
long.
in the bathroom reapplying it like every
Yeah.
break during lunch. It was like, wow, that's a lot of makeup. What are
It's a
we
lot.
hiding there?
I don't. Yeah. I wear less and less. I mean, when I was like, when I would quote unquote go out, right? Like after I got divorced and you'd go out and you'd do whatever, like you'd load it up and God, I'm so glad I'm far past that now. I don't want to do that. But there was also like there was the smoky eye trend for a while.
Hmm.
It's so much and it's just everywhere. And then like, you laugh too hard, you start tearing up and then it's running down your face. I have a hard enough time with mascara just because I have fairly long eyelashes, but like if I put mascara on, open my eyes, I get dots up here.
Hmm.
Eventually there's dots down here. God forbid if I sneeze right after I put it on. It's just, I have enough problems with it that I don't need to add to it. It's always all over my face.
Well, I've embraced the tinted moisturizer. I like that,
Yeah, it's usually what I use.
because I've
It's
never been
easier.
I don't like to wear a lot of like powder and foundation
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Um, but I really enjoy watching drag queens put their makeup
The
on because
process.
that's like art. That's like painting a picture. Just the way
Yeah.
that they use the contouring and everything
Contours, yeah.
to completely change their face. They could have a huge nose and you'd never know it. The
And
way that
it's right, like it starts with just all these weird colors everywhere, and
Hmm.
you're like, how is this even gonna work? And then they start blending and moving
Yep.
and then all of a sudden you're like, what the
Wow. Yeah.
wow.
Like,
Also, way too much work.
way too much work.
I
But
don't
they're
have
doing
that
it because
energy.
it's a,
Yeah,
that's their job
that's their
basically.
yeah. Yeah, but some
Uh
people do that because that's what they want to when they go out, which is
mhm.
fine. but it's too much work for me. I don't have that kind of time in my life.
I saw a video yesterday. This girl was doing an exaggerated lip. I'm not
Oh yeah,
kidding.
I've seen those.
She
Yeah.
painted all the way
Mhm.
above her bow. Like you could still see the shape of the bow,
Yeah.
the contour of the
Mhm.
bow in the
Mhm.
video because of the light, but she painted all the way up here. And I'm like, that doesn't even look good. I mean, you get close to somebody like that and you're like, ugh, what's going on there?
It's a lot of
Yeah,
work. I will
that is a lot
say
of work.
one of the best products that exists on the market is by Chanel, and it is the like forever day whatever never come off lipstick where you
Hmm.
put the tint on and then you wait for it to dry and then you put a gloss over it. And then throughout the day, if you put a little more gloss on it just to kind of like freshen it up, but it's like eat kit like you
Mm.
don't it doesn't come off.
It's like a
But it
stain, a lip
also
stain.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it also doesn't like dry like it's not cake like the texture like
Hmm.
it's not cheap. It is it's like $40 or something. But if you need a stay on lipstick all day without having it, because I think I first tried it when we got married, and it was like
Hmm.
you don't want to have to worry about reapplying. You just wanted it on. It's the best. It is. It's 100% a full 8+ hour day without ever having to reapply it, other than just maybe putting a little bit more of that lip gloss on.
Mm.
It's good stuff. If you need that in your life,
If
that's
you
the
need
one to
that in your
get.
life. Yeah.
If you need that in your life, the Chanel. Yeah,
Well,
it's in a
and
variety of colors.
as we get older, moisturizing becomes top of the list rather than,
A lot of it.
the makeup.
A
And
lot
it's
of it.
just putting, I saw something, this just made me laugh. It said at this age, trying to put on eyeshadow is like trying to put it on a ball sack.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. Your face ages. Girls, stay out of the sun. Keep your face out of the sun. It really, I mean, we're seeing the effects of all those hours at the beach. Um, so I try to stay out of the sun, keep my face out of the
Or if you're
sun,
gonna go in the
moisturize,
sun, put a hat on,
put a hat
put
on,
on we will
wear
all wanna be
sunscreen.
tan. Tan looks pretty, but it's the long-term consequences of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Sunblock,
exactly.
hats, I'm down for it.
Yeah. So fortunately, I'm indoors all day at work, and I don't have to work too much with the public, so I can just throw on the bare minimum, and
Yeah.
just so I don't scare my coworkers and call it a day.
We can't forget about the goth. That was a big
Oh
trend
yeah.
at some point in ours. There was a lot of golf with this it was very black, and
Mm-hmm.
it
A
was
lot of
beyond
black.
smoky. It was beyond smoky eyes.
It was raccoon eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
A
was a
very,
lot.
very heavy eyeliner, um, and very, very pale powder makeup. So you wanted to
Yep.
look like a
Yep.
corpse, basically.
Yes. Yes. It was a
Jet black
and
dyed hair.
yeah,
Yeah.
bright red or like maroon or dark red lipstick or even
Mm-hmm.
black lipstick. Some people,
Yeah.
I remember they would do, there was you would put like, you would use a black eyeliner and then
Mm-hmm.
you'd kind of like smear it down so that it was really dark on the out edges and then went into like a purple or like a red in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so much work.
So much work. Yeah. To make a statement.
Yes, I'm happy with the minimalist look. That's my
Mm-hmm.
that's my speed right now.
Yeah, because we just don't want to be bothered for any other reason
I
than just
just
don't have time and don't care.
yeah. Look weird.
Anything else about makeup? I don't have anything else
That's
about
all I
makeup.
got. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
there was one trend that was for a while, and it was when I was working at Bullock's/Macy's, and it was just like a light pink and then like a kind of a thick brown eyeliner just on
Mm-hmm.
the top, and then kind of like a light shimmery pink blush. I really liked that look at that time. It was easy. It was
Mm-hmm.
minimal. It was, but still a little peppy, a little
Right.
shimmery. But yeah, that's the last one. That's all I got for those.
Yeah.
Those were yikes.
Those were some
Now the
times. All right,
clothing.
let's launch into clothes. This is going to take a little bit because there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot. Yeah. I mean,
It was.
the favorite is the shoulder pads, the blazers with the shoulder pads. I had
I
too
feel
many
like
of those.
I feel like Dynasty really,
Yeah.
the TV show
Oh,
Dynasty is,
perfect. It launched it.
oh, it launched the power, they call it the power look for women.
Yeah.
The suits,
Yep.
the big shoulder pads, the
Yeah.
big hair, the
Yeah.
very aggressive makeup,
Uh-huh.
the pointy shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Ugh.
were coming at someone fully loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
I had that for a while. The whole thing.
yeah. I remember, let's see, I was in grade school when the preppy look got really
Yeah.
big.
Yep. Yeah, I have that. I
So, and I have to
I
say
like
that
that look.
topsiders are the most uncomfortable shoes in the world. They're meant for boats, and that's it. They're not meant to be worn anywhere else. The
Penny
Izod
loafers.
shirts with the
Yep.
popped collars,
Yep.
the
Penny
the
loafers.
penny loafers, um,
Chinos,
the
khakis.
yep, uh, the double,
If you were poor, the La Tigre.
mm-hmm, the
You
double
couldn't afford
collar.
an Izod. You couldn't afford an Izod.
Exactly. You wore two shirts because you wanted one collar popped, one collar down.
Or
Yeah.
you bought a Dickie
Mm-hmm.
just for that purpose.
Where's Dickies?
Dude, they were a thing. Oh,
I know.
I,
It's like,
I
I don't
almost
know.
because Catholic school you had to have a
Mm-hmm.
collared shirt, and in the
Yeah.
winter you wanted to wear a turtleneck and a sweatshirt. Well, you couldn't do that. That was against regulations. So
Yeah,
you
you
could
had to have
get
a
a
collar
dickie
in
with a
there.
collar, so you didn't have to wear a whole third shirt in between, and you could just have your little collar.
Or you just take a shirt, like an old shirt you didn't want, and cut
Yeah,
cut the
yeah.
collar off and just
You didn't have
pin
to.
it
You
in
didn't have
there.
to even
Yeah.
cut it. You just buy a dickie.
Yeah, we were limited because we had to wear uniforms. So the
Yeah.
girls, we wore uniform skirts, and we
Yep.
could wear whatever blouse we wanted as long as it had but a collar. Um, and the boys had to wear collared shirts and no jeans, but
Nope.
pants like chinos
Pants.
or cords or, some kind of pants. Now, I remember for a while the boys would peg their pants at the
Yes.
ankles. That was a
Yes.
trend.
That was
And
post bell bottom.
I think that the school actually outlawed that and said no pegged pants because it kind of became like a gang symbol for some reason. I don't know where that came from, but it was like
I was
that's when
so out of touch. I didn't.
the guys were also wearing like the red and blue bandanas tied around their legs. Oh, that's a gang
That was
symbol.
very
And the pegged
yeah.
pants. It's like,
That was
and
very prime Crips and Bloods,
mhm,
like the beginning of that whole feud. And we probably had a
very,
few we definitely had a few kids from Compton and Carson that were probably not like in the gang, but like loosely affiliated with it. And you could pretend to be in the gang in a Catholic high
they were
school, and
imitating it.
nobody was
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
was gonna care. You weren't gonna die because you were walking down the street in the wrong color. Yeah, I could.
Plus,
Yeah,
like
I don't remember that,
rap
but I
was
could see
starting to
why.
get kind of
Yep.
popular, so they were dressing like the rappers and emulating that whole look. But yeah, I remember the school was like, yeah, and you have to understand the whole reason for uniforms in schools was so
Compliance,
that it was so you couldn't tell the poor kids from the rich kids, number one, even though you
which
still
was a
could.
totally lie.
Um,
Yeah.
but it was so that everybody looked the same, so that it wasn't a distraction. Um,
Too bad it was.
but and God forbid we had a free dress day. Oh,
Oh,
that just sent administration over the edge because it
yeah.
was a full day of violations being handed out because people just, here's the rules for free dress day, and it would just go right out the window.
And you
So
definitely didn't want to dress like Jesus with the full crown on Halloween at a Catholic school. That was definitely frowned upon. Oh, any chance I
it
get to
was
mention that?
awesome.
Oh, that was so awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah, Halloween was a nightmare for them too because you had the
Oh,
girls in the little French maid costumes.
oh
You had,
God, you just yeah.
the guys that were just like, it's Halloween. I'm just gonna wear, I'm
Just
a heavy
put a
metal fan. I'm
mask
just gonna
on.
wear what I
Yeah.
wear on the weekends,
I'm gonna wear a
and
shirt that has an F word on it because it's part of my
exactly.
costume. Like it's the stupidest things. Oh,
Totally. So we have to mention the whole 80s was all about neon,
yep,
geometric shapes,
yep.
the whole aerobics trend. leg warmers,
Yeah, leg
um,
warmers, gloves with
spandex, everything.
fingerless gloves,
The Madonna look.
spandex, lace. Oh yeah,
Yep, lace and fingerless gloves, rubber bracelets. You had to wear 50 of them.
yeah,
The Valley Girl look.
yeah.
I embraced the Valley Girl look when I was like, middle school and before high school, much to my mom's dismay. But yeah, how about, did you ever have Jelly's
I
sandals?
did. Yeah, they were
I never
actually
had those.
they actually I saw some at Target maybe in the last year. They were making a comeback over I think over the summer.
Yeah. I don't think
The
I ever
most
had those.
uncomfortable thing in your it's just like rubber
Don't your feet
tubes and
sweat?
yeah, they
Yeah.
do. And then
But see,
you have sweat rubbing against like that's
mhm.
friction that's going to create it's not they're not comfortable. They're
So
not comfortable.
also in Catholic school, we had to wear socks with our shoes.
Yes.
We couldn't have open-toed shoes. We couldn't have backless shoes. We had to wear closed shoes with
Yep.
socks.
Yep.
And I would just see the girls wearing the jelly shoes with the socks, and I just thought that was just the ugliest look. And I was like,
I
this is horrible.
I remember my big, rebel against the man was going to be wearing funny socks or weird
Hmm.
socks or weird colored socks that just didn't match. That was, I did that, I think, for half a semester or something.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't like, I mean, as bold as you could get, right? Like, I just didn't match. They just didn't match whatever I was wearing.
Yeah.
Who cares? Wow, you
Yeah.
rebel, you. Fucking so
I know.
stupid.
um, we
Then
mentioned.
there was
Go
a
ahead.
trend early, the very cowboy denim. That was
Oh,
probably in my early 20s. It was a
prairie
big,
skirts.
huge, just the cowboy look, cowboy boots,
Yeah.
the denim, the cowboy music. Like it was just
Hmm.
it might have been even when like Stagecoach first kind of started, and that kind of brought the trend this way.
Oh, it's
Just
alive
more
and
and
well
more.
here.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's still
Yep.
alive and where everywhere. There's a set of like concession stands on the beach in Huntington Beach that got bought out by a lady who then also got a beer and wine license. So each one is a different theme, and there's one not too far. They do like every Sunday there's a local like cowboy cover band, and so every
Hmm.
Sunday in the summer was whatever cowboy country day,
Right.
and that place was packed
Oh, yeah.
of all people in all things cowboy, hanging out at the beach
How
all day
funny.
drinking and having a great time. So it is still alive and well, the whole cowboy
Oh, yeah.
trend.
Um, I remember stirrup pants. I loved my stirrup
Yep.
pants
Oh,
with my
I'm
big
gonna
oversized
be
shirt.
honest, a pair of stirrup pants, like, okay, so I usually just wear like a pajama shorts or something, but every now and then when it's kind of cold, I'm like, I want to wear like pajama pants, but then they come up and then they turn into shorts.
Hmm.
I would totally wear a stirrup pajama pant
Oh, yeah.
because then it doesn't go up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it exists. I could
It
probably,
stays in its
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
purpose for it. It's not
Um,
it's a useful trend.
how about members only jackets?
Oh, those were so good. I definitely had, I
I
think
didn't have one of
two.
those.
I think I had two. They were expensive, and my mom
Hmm.
was not about to buy an $80 jacket for me that I was probably never going to wear because it never really got
Yeah.
cold. Yeah, members only. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about some of the guys' fashions, like parachute pants
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and those. I think it was called Z Cavarici.
Z Cavarici jeans. I've got that right there.
I always think of Slater from Saved by the Bell.
Z Cavarici jean,
Mario
and then you
Lopez
had
wore those a lot.
then the belt with the little like the belt that was way too long, so you did like a loop knot thing that
Yep.
hung down. Yeah.
Yep.
Z Cavarici jeans.
Okay, this one. I don't know how wide this term was, but I know we used it quite a bit. Chevron pants.
Chevron pants.
So there was a
Like
trend.
Dickies?
No, there was a trend. They sold these pants at gas stations. And they were kind of like a sweatpant, but like a thin cotton material. And they were usually like zebra print or geometric print.
Oh
And like
yes, yeah.
bodybuilder, weightlifter
Chevron.
guys wore them.
Yeah. Like
But then
very
everybody started wearing them. We're
yeah.
like, No, when we just
No.
called them chevron pants. It's like, look at
Yeah.
that dude in his chevron pants trying to be
Yeah.
cool over there.
How about I never owned one, but the juicy velour tracksuit with the juicy written across the
Across the
butt.
butt.
That was definitely
Or
a
pink.
trend. Pink, hot
Yep.
pink, bright
Well, the
pink,
Victoria's
bubblegum
Secret
pink.
pink, it would say pink across your butt.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, we mentioned the acid wash and the ripped jeans really got a little crazy. The denim jackets, like the Levi jackets.
Yep.
And then I mentioned the leather bomber jackets.
How
Those
about,
were real
and
popular.
the boys wore these too, not too many, but they did, the dolphin shorts.
The dolphin shorts.
The dolphin shorts.
So I played sports, so I wore those a lot. But
Yeah.
they got real popular just to
Nylon
wear.
shorts.
Yep,
They basically
nylon
look
shorts.
like today's version of running shorts.
Yeah. Well, guys, though, I mean, their junk would hang out. So guys in
I
dolphin
think
shorts.
I think the guy dolphin shorts had the built-in underwear and the girl ones didn't. Like that was what the
No.
difference was between
Yeah.
them. No? Yeah? No?
Yeah, I'm saying, that's the difference. I
Okay,
had the
gotcha.
two-tone ones where one side was white, one side was blue, and then it was
White,
flipped
blue,
on the
white,
back.
blue. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or the striped ones. Oh yeah, dolphin shorts. I also have on my list some of the brands
Yep.
that we loved back then. I couldn't get enough Esprit.
Oh, I loved Esprit.
Loved
There,
Esprit.
it actually still exists. Like you still, I don't know who owns it or who bought them. Like I don't know how. It's not widely commonly found, but it still
Right.
exists. But that was my favorite.
Yep.
I
And
loved
do you
Esprit.
remember gunny sacks
Yep.
dresses?
Gunny sack.
I
Yep.
had a few of
Yep. Yep.
those when the
That was
lacy kind of
yeah.
quasi 1930s prairie look was popular.
Yeah.
And the designer jeans. Okay.
Oh, so many. Yep.
Now, today, I could not name a brand of designer jeans, except maybe like True Religion is the only one I think I've heard of.
Yeah.
But
There's a handful of them that
we
I
had
probably still
my
remember.
first pair of designer jeans, I think, was Jordache.
Jordache. Yeah.
And my first and only. And I think back then they were $40. And that was expensive for a pair of jeans. I wore the hell out of those jeans until I just couldn't get them on anymore.
Dittos.
And Dittos.
Dittos was another
Love
one.
it.
Dittos had the seam that went around down the middle of the leg, up and around the butt, and then down the other leg. That was the big ditto trend. Was this where the
Lovitz
seam
had like a little satin applique picture of something on the back pocket, like a little cat or a heart or something like that. And is Guess still around?
Guess is still around.
Guess is still around.
Yep.
Guess jeans
is still
were
around.
big.
Yep. And then there was the like Guess, which was the like cheap brand, and then it was Marciano Guess, which was like the fancy brand.
Yeah. Yeah, like what is the brand that has like all of the back pockets are all like rhinestoned out with like a big cross or something on the I don't know what brand that is, but those are still kind of popular here.
Yeah, those are I think there's not just one brand that does that, but yeah, that True
Lucky?
Religion did that for no, Lucky's pretty just basic brand.
Okay.
I don't I
Wranglers
buy my
still
I buy my
around?
jeans at Costco because they're $14.99. They
Right.
never fit really very well, but you know, they're $14.99.
They're
The
14
thought
bucks.
of yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
No.
The last concert we went to see, it was Heart with Todd Rundgren open for them. And so we get there, we didn't really want to see Todd Rundgren, but you know, we got there in time to see like half of his show. And I'm looking at what he's wearing and I look at Tom, I go, he looks like everything he's wearing he got at Costco.
He probably did.
The shoes, the pants, I'm like, he's comfortable. God bless him.
Yeah.
You had
The trend was the low rise jeans, and then it was mid rise, and now it's the high rise.
Yeah.
And then there's this like box trend where like the waist is bigger and like kind of hangs out, and the jeans are straight and wide legged. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never.
And the girls are super skinny, and so
Yep.
it's like loose in the waist.
Yeah.
And you don't wear
Looks
a
like
belt.
a belt.
and
No.
then like a boxy short sweater so you could see your
Yeah.
midriff. And it's
Yes.
like, okay, well, yeah, maybe if I was 12 again, I could rock that. But
I can't now.
you and I had the same problem with height. We were always too
Yeah.
short for a lot of this stuff. And
You
oh,
always had to roll or cut or buy ankle
yeah.
length and
Well, I finally, I never really learned how to sew. My mom tried, but I just didn't have the patience for any sewing, needlework, any kind of
no.
knitting, any of that. But I do finally have a little sewing machine and I can hem pants. I can fix, stuff. So
Look at
I
you.
finally have
I could put a
embraced
button
that.
on.
Yeah, I could put
Button.
a button on. But
How about tennis shoe trends?
mhm.
Obviously, Vans were very popular with us.
Yep, I still have a
Converse,
pair.
Reebok, the Reebok high tops
Uh-huh,
was
with
a
the straps.
trend. Yep, and the boots and the fur.
Mhm.
K-Swiss
Oh yeah.
was very like just a white leather platform. That was like the big trend for a while.
Kids.
Yeah, Keds. Yep, yep.
Um Yeah, and then you had like all of the trendy like Nike and like the guys tennis shoes, basically whatever the basketball players were wearing.
Right. Yep.
The pro basketball players, that's what the guys wanted. You remember the Reebok, was it the Reebok pump where you
Yeah.
pumped the little
Yep.
basketball?
Yep.
It's
You
like,
pump you tied it and then you go
mm,
and it would like inflate to like give you some better traction or better stability.
yeah,
Yeah.
stupid. I
Yep.
don't know who came
Yeah.
up with that.
I will say
Air
that
Jordans, yep.
my daughter gets mad when I wear my running shoes with my jeans. The typical mom trend.
Oh yeah.
I
Your
don't.
Skechers.
Yeah.
So I
Jeez.
saw a thing, popped up on my Instagram. It said shoes that orthopedists and podiatrists hate. The top
Mm-hmm.
5 shoes that they hate. Number 1, Crocs,
Mm-hmm.
which I've never owned a pair, never will. I call them Smurf shoes. Um, Vans were on the list because they don't have
Yeah.
arch support. Same with Converse, no arch support. I think we talked about this, that people like them for weightlifting because
Yeah.
you get a
Yes.
flat, you can
Yep.
sit,
It's flat
your foot is
for
sitting
sure.
flat.
Yeah.
What were some of the other ones? Stilettos, obviously, for women, well, and men too, I guess. And I can't
We don't
remember the other
discriminate.
ones, but yeah, they hate those. It's like, Skechers was the other one because the
Yeah.
memory foam, it goes flat too soon, and people wear them way longer
Then
than
they
they
should.
should.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always said that I love Skechers, but you can feel when the memory foam goes flat, and it's like, get rid of them or get
Yeah.
inserts because they're going to ruin your feet. And that was one
Yeah.
thing.
You should probably buy like if you're on your feet a lot, every
Mm-hmm.
probably 4 to 6 months, you should be
Yeah.
replacing your shoes.
Yeah, I have the Skechers work shoes. I have a pair of Skechers work boots. I had a customer tell me, she said, if you want to make the investment, the Hokas are the best for, like, that's
A
what
lot of
nurses
people like
wear,
a lot of people
restaurant.
like the Hokas. I personally don't like them as much. I like the New Balance
Mm-hmm.
1080s. I like those, which would be the equivalent of the Hoka. Like
Yeah,
they're all this fat memory.
right.
There's you just what I tried the Hokas once, but like for whatever reason, the way my foot it didn't, and I was not going to go try 10 more just when I knew that I have like 3 go-tos. I have the
Yeah.
Adidas Nimbus, the New Balance 1080s, and the Saucony Triumphs. Those 3 shoes fit my foot the best, and I like them the most. So that's just
Mm-hmm.
what I stick with. Don't try and,
Yeah. Don't reinvent it. Go with
No.
what works for you.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
and my mom always said growing up, I always wanted the pretty shoes,
Yes.
and it was like,
High
nope,
heels and
if they were made
yeah.
in Italy, she wouldn't buy them. She's like, they'll ruin your feet. And I finally told her, I think a few years ago, I said, you know what? You were right. I can't wear, my feet are fine. They look fine. My toes are straight. I don't have bunions or any of those problems,
No.
but I did have a little bit of plantar fasciitis for a while, but that went away. I don't know how or why. It usually doesn't, but I can't wear, for any length of time, I can't wear like pointy shoes,
No.
And
even the like low heel that I have, it's a 1.5 inch heel for like if I have to go to now a funeral or a wedding, or if I have to go
mm-hmm,
somewhere where I have to dress up nice. And then it's like it's a Mary Jane front, so it's much wider so that I'm not.
mm-hmm.
I discovered that when I wear heels where the bone is underneath like the big toe, like the way it pushes down creates like a weird like callus or knot or something that then creates all this like pain and
Nerve
numbness
pain.
in it,
Mm-hmm.
nerve numbness pain. So yeah, trying to like, so if I would wear, I don't know, put a little pad or something
Yeah.
underneath it to try and,
I've gotten rid of a lot of shoes over the years, going to work. I mean, you probably did it
yeah.
too, going to work conferences where you have to dress business casual. And I'd
Oh,
bring these, cute shoes. And then it's like, we have to walk how far from the
yeah.
room to the conference,
Yeah.
to dinner, to the whatever, the event. And I'd be like, oh, hell,
Yeah.
it's just, I
Flip
can't do
flops. Let's
it.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Comfort
So
over fashion definitely
exactly.
becomes a very big trend as we age.
Yeah.
There is one other shoe that I think we should mention. I have a pair. I do enjoy them, and they will last your lifetime. And those are Doc Martens.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once they mold to your foot,
Mm-hmm.
and there used to be, way back before 9/11, you could wear those without having to take them off because they knew they were rubber all the way through, and you didn't have to take them off. And I don't know. Did we have to take shoes off then? Anyways, I remember hearing something about TSA enjoying people that
Oh,
wore Doc Martens because they
we
knew.
didn't have to take them off. So we were eating somewhere, and the waitress had Doc Martens on. And they were cute too. And I looked at
Yeah.
them and I said, "Are those comfortable for being on your feet?" And she said, "Yes." She's like, "They are the best shoes I've ever had for waitressing."
Yeah.
So I think my
Once
next
you break them in,
mhm,
because it's don't buy them used because I mean,
for
unless
someone
somebody wore
else's
them like
foot.
5 times, it is a complete mold on the inside of your foot.
I think my next pair of work shoes might be Doc Martens.
You,
Um,
I would say if you're gonna do that, you got to break them in because
yeah,
you definitely like wear them for an hour and then change them. Wear them for
right.
an hour and then change them, and then slowly increase it, and then once you get it, but they definitely they're not very comfortable in the beginning,
Mhm.
but and it's because you have that big fat thick rubber sole that I think
Right.
kind of cushions the concrete as opposed to having like a they don't put the thick pads underneath. It kind of is built into the under.
The
They're not very
sole.
comfortable at first, for real. Like
Right.
yeah, and they're not cheap.
No. But yeah. So yeah, that's the thing as you
They
get
do go on
older.
sale a lot though, so yes, as you get older, comfort over fashion. That
That's
is
why
my
we
life.
buy all of our shit at Costco. It's I saw a video.
That's just
It was
cheap.
it was couples over 40 getting ready to go to the club, and they were getting out of their
Yeah,
car, and she's putting her jacket on. He's like
right.
checking his wallet and everything, and then they showed him
Right.
walking
Pull out
towards
the Costco. Yeah.
Costco.
That's it. That's where we're
That's
at these
it.
days. That's where we're
Yeah,
at.
it's
Love a
pretty
good trip to
funny.
the Co. Well, a
I
good
love
Co
to
trip.
people watch when we go out because, we're on the young spectrum of people in this town. And I just like to see, okay, is that what I'm going to be doing in 5, 10, 15 years? Is that how I'm going
I
to
will
look?
tell you
Is that
that
what I'm going to be wearing?
I had Zach meet me at Costco because I had to help. I needed someone to help me carry a TV into the car for my mom. And I could have probably done it by myself, but it would have just been easier with him to help me. So he met me there, and I stood at the front doorway, like just inside the front door, um, like maybe 20 feet in for about 10 minutes waiting for him and watching people come into
Mm-hmm.
Costco. Man, I started playing the game of like, who's going to stop and talk to the AT&T guy? Then the
Yeah.
AT&T guy's like pretending to hit a bat and a ball, and then he's talking to it. It was
Yeah.
just there's so many people coming in so fast, and the fashion trends that people pick, and the just the if you have 10 minutes to
I
spare,
I
come
like to
on
do
in,
that.
lean to the side, and just
Yep.
watch them all come in.
Because we'll go and we'll eat first. We'll go get a slice of
Oh,
pizza or a
yeah.
hot dog.
Mhm,
And I like to sit there as we're eating and watch people
mhm.
as they're leaving. And I like to see what they have in their carts.
Yeah,
Or they'll pull up next to you to sit down and eat. And they have
yeah,
to have their cart like 5 inches from them.
yeah.
Otherwise, someone's just going to walk away with their 90 pack of water and, 6 bags of a liquid IV. And it's like, no one wants your stuff. There's a little cart parking area over there so you don't clog up the eating area. But no, no. And I just like to watch people and just check it out. But
It's so much fun.
it is so much fun. Yeah.
All right. I
All
think we
right.
got all the
I
trends of
think we
the
covered a
trends of the
lot.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you talk about, Willis?
So this, as I was scrolling through the TikToks, came up, and it was like a gentleman who said, "My middle schooler, so you know it's going to be good, um, explained to him what a Choppelganger is."
I had that one on mine too. But I have
Choppelganger,
another
we
one
must have
too.
the
I had
same
two today.
algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So
Was it Mr.
somebody
Lindsay?
probably no, it wasn't
The
Mr. Lindsay.
teacher?
It was somebody else. Yeah, I know who
Okay.
he is. No, it was
Yeah.
somebody else. But he probably got it from Mr. I don't know. Anyway, so he's when somebody or something is chopped, it's bad or ugly, or like it's like you're chopped. It's
Mhm.
chopped. And then obviously a doppelganger is somebody who looks like you. So a choppelganger is somebody who looks like you but they're ugly.
Yeah.
It's just an
Yeah.
ugly
It's
version
the
of
ugly
you.
version of you.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so
Which
funny because I
yeah,
had another one and then that popped up last night when I was scrolling. I'm like, oh, I'm going to throw that one on
that's a funny
too.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. My what you talk about, Willis, is the glass makeup bowl trend. And this popped up where girls and women are going to thrift stores and trying to find vintage style glass bowls because that's what you keep your makeup in now. And I'm like, sweetie, I've been throwing my shit in a bowl for years. And
I just have it's a
or a
drawer or a
drawer or a
basket,
bag
right?
or basket, but now it's you get a nice fancy cut glass bowl from a
Great.
thrift store.
And when
And
you pull it
here's the
out
thing.
and put it on the sink and knock it over and it breaks
Exactly.
everywhere,
There's
get
no
some plastic,
glass
honey.
allowed in the
No,
bathroom.
no,
Have we not
plastic.
learned that? Maybe they haven't learned that yet. No glass in the bathroom, just like no glass around the pool.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, get yourself a nice plastic fake
plastic.
one.
If you want it shiny, you get aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
No, porcelain will break too, but you can
Yeah.
you can get a stainless steel. Those are
Yeah.
inexpensive.
No
They'll
glass
make
in the
pretty
bathroom.
noise, clink, 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 clink.
But it's like,
No
oh,
glass in
get
the
a pretty
bathroom.
glass bowl. And so they have videos of, I'm at the thrift store and look what I found. It's like, oh,
You found a glass bowl.
next,
That's not they're
next.
everywhere. That's not fancy.
Just go through your grandma's house. She's probably got 50 of them.
Just go into where she has all her baking stuff. You'll find
She'll
plenty
never
of them.
notice that one's missing.
Never. Nope. Nope.
And while
She
you're
doesn't use them
there,
anymore.
hide 100 little tiny rubber ducks and plastic Jesuses while you're at it. That's fun too.
And throw away all the things that expired 15 years ago.
So speaking of plastic Jesuses, so at work one day I went out to my car and one of those little tiny Jesuses was on the handle of my
Was it
door
Kevin?
handle of my car, and I'm like, I knew it was one of my coworkers. So the next day I go in and I set it like right on her computer monitor, and she comes in and just starts laughing. She's like, "Oh, I knew you'd know it was me. I found it on
So
my
much
car in
fun.
a parking lot." I'm like, "Yeah." And then so now people like leave stuff or drop things or they'll give us things. So I literally have a corner of my my little station where I work that it's just random stuff. So
It's
now
fantastic.
I'm going to start bringing stuff from home and see if anybody notices, like, oh, I have a new addition to my little I don't even know what to call it. Um
Your tchotchkes.
my little tchotchke
Your
corner
little
at
tchotchkes.
work. And so I have Dancing Jesus. He's in there. I have
Perfect.
Mini Jesus. I have a little, it must have fallen off someone's purse. It's like a little Chippendale chipmunk, little stuffed toy, coins, like commemorative coins, things like that. It's like, okay,
That
we're
is
going to do
wild.
this. We're going to do
It'll
it.
be fun. All right. Can't wait to hear about the new collections.
All right. That's all I got today. Wow. We
That's
went
all we
long
got.
today.
I know. Well,
I
we
knew
have a
we'd
lot
have
to
a
talk
lot.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a great
Okay.
day. Have a great week.
Okay.
Party on.
All right. Peace out.